Oh, hello, it's your number one fat Asian, and welcome to Euro last week. The round of 16 are over, and it did not disappoint. Well, it kind of did disappoint, because England were mere seconds from crashing out, and it would have been glorious as a hate watcher. The host nation, Germany, actually looked underwhelming for once. Yes, the stormy clouds above Dortmund opened up, and a thunderstorm erupted. Perhaps it was a premonition of the host nation curse descending upon the pitch. And honestly, there was much more that I need to catch you up on, so let's just get into it. But before I get going, quick reminder, go ahead, follow me at The Fat Asian Official on Instagram if you want to get all my live reactions to the Euros in real time. Also looking to add an editor to the team, so go ahead, send me your work over here. But without further ado, let's go chronological order. Defending champions Italy versus Switzerland. And these sneaky neutral bastards have done it again. Switzerland was one of the true dark horses to emerge from the crucible of the group stages. And in the first round of the knockouts, they have slain the pretender king Italy and cast them aside from the Iron Throne. Now let's be honest here, the reigning champions have not looked good all tournament. In fact, it took a last-second collapse from Croatia to even allow them to get into the knockout stages. And save for Donnarumma, against Switzerland, they were utterly useless. Yeah, they didn't register a shot on target until the 70th minute. And honestly, this is the fate they deserve, as Switzerland have looked fantastic all tournament and have sent Italy to the Shadow Realm. Yeah, the Swiss continue to impress. I don't know what else to say. They have a really good roster. They play cohesively, unlike some other teams that I'll mention later. They're in form, and they've been rewarded by being placed on the easier side of the bracket. And next up on their plate is an easier opponent than Italy, England. More on them later. But yeah, there's not much to say. Switzerland has been doing well, Italy been doing shit. Let's move on. Because it's been kind of a two-horse race for who's looked the best of this tournament. It's either been the host nation, Germany, or España. But that was kind of put on hold on a rainy night at Signal Iduna Park, where the host came out incredibly flat versus underdog Denmark. Yeah, the crowds looked pretty much rudderless until the 35th minute, when the ref went ahead and signaled that the game was going to be postponed due to a thunderstorm that emerged on the horizon. It brought us some pretty cool picks, I'm not going to lie. Now, I mentioned in the preview video that it was always going to be a little bit difficult for them to find room for their two young starlets, Florian Wirtz and Jamal Musiala. Now, between the two superstars, it's been no question. At this tournament, Jamal Musiala has been the better player. But maybe they need both on the pitch because it was just not working, even after the restart. And coming out of the half in the 48th minute, it happened. Goalmouth scramble, chaos. Denmark go ahead and find the opener. But unfortunately, Danish joy was cut short as the VAR monster came for them. It showed us one of the more ridiculous offside images that we've seen all tournament. Literally a toe. Literally a toe offside. Still, somehow not as ridiculous as this VAR image. I don't even know if this is real, but I'm going to believe that it's real. Anywho, the goal's called off. And less than 3 minutes later, the VAR monster emerges once more to strike. This time in favor of the Germans, as the ball that was crossed into the box hit the arm of a Danish defender and a penalty was awarded. Kai Havertz steps up, and as much as I've given him shit, he hits an inch-perfect penalty. Absolutely no chance for Kasper Schmeichel. It is a goal of the finest German precision, and the hosts are bailed out. Let's be honest. And to their credit, the Danes didn't hang their heads. They fought back. They pushed men forward. But when you do that, you leave yourself vulnerable to the counter. And sure enough, a single ball over the top on the left wing finds Jamal Musiala, who shows a bit more pace than I knew he had. He pulled away from the Danish defender and perfectly shapes the ball around Kasper Schmeichel to make it 2-0. And in the process, restore him atop of the Golden Boot race at the Euro. Yeah, Germany win 2-0. They weather the storm figuratively and literally. As for the Danes, they get sent to the Shadow Realm, but it's been fun seeing you guys. You always have the emotional story of Christian Eriksen, who died at the last Euros. Yeah, he had a heart attack, was pretty much legally dead on the pitch. They revived him. He returned to club football, won 2 trophies with Manchester United, all before Harry Kane has won 1. Oh, Harry Kane. And he came back and scored a goal at this Euros. So arguably the best feel-good story at this tournament goes to Denmark. But now, I'm going to talk about what I really want to talk about. Let's talk about England. Now, we all knew before this tournament that England would find a way to choke it. Because that's just what England do. But in the first round of the knockouts, the round of 16, up against Slovakia, surely they would get past them. Right? A country that most British people probably couldn't find on an open map. There was no way that the mighty, superstar-filled roster of England could be felled by such a tiny opponent. Well, England said, watch this. And let's be clear, England have looked dog shit all tournament. They've been more underwhelming than Marvel movies post-Endgame, which is insane. You look at the roster, and they are the Avengers, but they play like the Eternals. They look like they have no plan out there. There is no structure and build-up, and no cohesive idea how to score a goal beyond, fuck it, Harry's in there. I'm crossing it. And you can tell he's grasping right now. He's stretching. Every lineup, he's got someone else new in there. Like, bro, this is your 4th major tournament. Figure it out. Slovakia were the ones who actually looked the more dangerous. And England, for the 4th game in a row, come out slow, lethargic, lumbering. And sure enough, 27th minute, the ball is hoofed up, and Gahey, who's been tremendous all tournament, by the way, loses the header, and he comes out and he winces, because I think he has his hurt shoulder. But as he winces, he stops running. And at this level, that's all it takes. Because he switches off, he allows the runner to come into the box, plays a 1-2 with a Slovakian player, whose name I can't pronounce, and boom, Slovakia is up 1-0 on the favorites of the tournament. And you can't say they didn't earn it. They were the better team. England responded with more of the same bland, beans on toast cuisine that they've been serving up all tournament. They come out of the half looking like dog shit, and then Southgate pretty much goes into panic mode, starts taking out defenders, throwing on attackers that he hasn't used all tournament. And I'm like, man, this man is literally throwing spaghetti against the wall and seeing what sticks in real time, with England's hopes and dreams on the line at the 2nd biggest tournament in the world. And it was glorious to watch. As a hate watcher, oh God. And Slovakia, they defended brilliantly. It seemed that every cross in the box, Skriniar would just emerge like a force shield and shoo it away. They go the full 90, and I cannot stress this enough, the complete 90, England continue to look like utter dog shit. They're given 6 minutes of injury time, and during 5 of those minutes of injury time, England continue to look like the worst team at this tournament. And then, in the 95th minute, off of a corner, Jude Bellingham hits one of the greatest goals in Euros history. Out of nowhere. Yeah, it's just a deflection, and Jude Bellingham hits a bicycle kick to score a goal to equalize and save England from probably the biggest embarrassment in 30 years. I'm at a loss of words, but let me explain it this way. England fans were already leaving the stadium. There's footage of this. And then you can see them on the outside of the stadium get notifications on their phone that Jude had scored, and then they come scurrying back in. And Jude Bellingham is a microcosm for England at this tournament, because after he scored the goal in the opening match, he has done fuck all since. And then, when England needed him most, he hits a bicycle kick. And with the draw, England go ahead and force extra time. And in the first period of extra time, Ivan Toney knocks down a ball into the path of Harry Kane, who makes it 2-1. Southgate subs on some defenders, they kill the game off, and England somehow escape. They're labeling it already the Great Escape. And through a goal that will be on a poster that will live in kids' bedrooms for the next generation. And I cannot think of a player and a team that deserve it less. And what's annoying is it's fucking worked. Jude Bellingham donned the cape for 30 seconds, saved them, and they're moving on. And they should absolutely lose in the next round to Switzerland, but will they? Because the Swiss play better as a team. The Swiss probably are a better team, but so is Slovakia. So what I'm trying to say to England fans is it's coming home, baby. This is my hot take. So every tournament that you guys have looked good, either in the group stages or the knockouts, you guys get a little overhyped. There's more pressure on the players, and then you guys bottle it. But mysteriously, none of that has happened at this tournament, because now Southgate has somehow constructed the impossible dream scenario for England, in which the expectations for England are extremely low. No one, I don't think, expects them to win the tournament anymore, for a good reason. So with the pressure low on the players, expectations low from the press and fans, while that media circus is going on, they simultaneously have yet to lose at this tournament, all the while being on the easier side of the bracket, and they've yet to play their best football. So yeah, I think that's what I'm saying, England fans. I think it's coming home. 4 more years of Southgate, baby. This genius, this football terrorist has been playing 4D chess when y'all thought he was playing checkers. And yes, I am trolling. But come on, I gotta hype up the England fans somehow. The hate watch isn't ripe enough yet. But yeah, enough England talk. Let's talk about the team that's actually gonna win this tournament. España. Now, Spain absolutely crushed it in the group stages, but like England, they were put in a sticky situation early in this game. They came out flat in the 17th minute. They're down 1-0 to Georgia, who also, shout out to Georgia, entertaining match every game they played this tournament. But unlike England, instead of running around like a bunch of retards for 90 minutes, they actually fought back, because Spain play football like the Raptors from Jurassic Park. They're clever, patient, just testing your defenses, prodding for weaknesses, and then they wear you down. They pull you apart and come wave after wave. And once they wear you down, Roger goes ahead, finds a sliver of space, and delivers a precision torpedo from outside of the box. And the Man City man wheels away in celebration as Spain are back in the driver's seat. And unlike England, they didn't wait 90 minutes to do it. They equalized in the first half. See, England? This is how you're supposed to do it. Spain are playing how we all thought England was gonna play, because they found the equalizer before halftime, and then they just poured it on afterwards. They never let Georgia get a sniff back into the game. Lamine Yamal serves up a cross like it's tapas, and it's 2-1. And yeah, the kid, the 16-year-old, he's the truth. And if he ever figures out how to finish, my God, he might become one of the best players in the world. He's going to win a Ballon d'Or if he could ever finish. Better than Vinny Jr. I'll say it, if he can finish. Because Lamine Yamal is like that one player in FIFA that is 95 dribbling, 95 crossing, 50 finishing. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Like, how can you be this good at crossing, but be Stevie Wonder at finishing? Doggy break. Stormy, who's gonna win the Euros? Tell the people. What was that? Was that Portugal? Portugal's gonna win it? Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. All right, get out of here. Stormy, don't touch the mic. Get away from there. Dog's trying to fuck up my setup. All right, moving on to day 3 of the round of 16. France versus Belgium. The masked man got his start and was mostly incognito. Yeah, I thought the aura of him getting the athletic mask was going to be the catalyst for this brilliant run, but Mbappe was pretty much a non-factor in this. France, for the most part, controlled the game, but it's been the same issue the entire tournament. They cannot score from open play. It's just that final bit of quality in front of net, and they cannot find it. So instead, they opted for quantity. France had 20 shots to Belgium's 4. But I will say, despite their troubles in front of net, defensively, France have been fantastic this whole tourney. N'Golo Kanté continues to be fantastic. Saliba was excellent up against Lukaku. Upamecano, who's been shaky at times, put in a shift. And yeah, save for a few dangerous moments at the end of the game, France completely neutralized Belgium. Curiously though, I don't know why the Belgian coach did this, but they played KDB in like a defensive midfield role, but also really put in a shift defensively. Now, realistically, they probably wanted to play him more in like this Italian style of regista, which is kind of the role that like a Xavi Alonso used to play, whereas he's just like a deep-lying playmaker. But it's KDB. You want him higher up the pitch. I don't know what you guys are doing. I guess they thought they had to play France in some unorthodox way. And to their credit, it was a 0-0 draw for the majority of the game until the 84th minute. And this is where volume shooting finally won out. Kanté plays an incisive pass into the box to Kolo Muani, who you might remember as this guy, who came inches away, a ball sack away from winning the World Cup for France. And it's funny how deflections work in sports, because fate came to its reversal. As Kolo Muani turned, he fired a shot that most likely would have been saved by the keeper, but a huge deflection off of Vertonghen and sees it bumbling for yet another own goal at this tournament. And if you're counting, France have only scored 3 goals. 2 of them have been own goals. A little bit concerning for a lot of people's favorites. But yeah, that was all it took to send Belgium to the Shadow Realm. Now, you might have noticed in these videos, I haven't even mentioned Belgium until now, and I was right to do so. Yeah, they're the 3rd-ranked team in the world, but we all know that this golden generation of theirs is nothing but a paper tiger. Belgium have been the biggest paper tiger at every major international tournament for the last 20 years. Tons of talent, but zero chemistry. Basically, England without the history. And I knew that even mentioning them would be a waste of time. So here they are, yet another footnote in international football history. Get fucked, Belgium. All right, let's move on to my dark horse of this tournament, Portugal versus Slovenia. And Portugal looked about as good as you could look in that first half without scoring a goal. Ronaldo had a number of chances, and they looked like they would score at pretty much every point of the game. But like a lot of teams at this tournament, they just can't find that quality in front of the net. Ronaldo got free kick after free kick after free kick, and he just kept blasting it over the bar. Some people say that he's lost his touch at free kicks. He used to be amazing. Other people saying that he was just aiming for this jersey in the crowd. I don't know why he would do that. But Slovenia defend for their lives, and they drag Portugal to the full 90. But in injury time, there's just something about the favorites that the refs seem to like, and a Slovenian defender makes a reckless tackle in the box, and a penalty is given. And you know who they're going to give it to. Good old Penaldo. He steps up, he takes the patented deep breath, fires it confidently, and Jan Oblak parries it away. Slovenia live to fight another day, and they take it to 2 periods of extra time. And you could see absolutely devastated as Cristiano Ronaldo. On camera, he is breaking down and crying in front of his teammates. He has to be sold by bench players, by Bruno Fernandes. The man is sobbing, and there's still 30 minutes to play. It didn't look good, but also like a very humanizing moment for Cristiano Ronaldo. We all see him as this arrogant, almost somewhat of a prick. But what has brought this man to literal tears is the thought of letting his country and his teammates down. The man is a competitor to his soul. Hate him or love him, you gotta respect that. But here we are. Slovenia have dragged Portugal to the deep end, and now they're gonna try to drown them. This is what all the small teams try to do to the big teams. Just drag it the full 90. Go the full extra periods and go to pens. Because when it's pens, it's a roll of the dice. And that's exactly what Slovenia does. Portugal have a couple of chances in extra time, but they can't get it done. And we are going to pens for the first time at Euros 2024. And when it comes to pens, you gotta think. The Eastern Bloc boys, versus the fair weather pretty boys of Portugal. I had my money on Slovenia. I mean, actually, I have money on Portugal to win the whole thing. So, but in the moment, first taker up is Slovenia, and Diego Costa makes a huge save, and all of a sudden, all the pressure is on Slovenia for a split second, because then we see who's going to be taking the first penalty for Portugal. And no fear, Cristiano Ronaldo steps up. He closes his eyes, takes that patented deep breath, does a domain expansion from JJK, steps up, does a stutter, pause, no homo, goes the opposite way of the pen that he took earlier, and slots it home. And with that, a huge sigh of relief from him. You could see how much it meant that he redeemed himself. And that was pretty much the dagger, because Diego Costa comes up huge, saving the next two. He saved all three of the penalties. I've never seen a keeper at a major competition save all three to start off the pens. And for Portugal, yeah, Bruno Fernandes, who's an excellent pen taker. He slots it home. Bernardo Silva, another good penalty taker. He slots it home. And that was it. My dark horse escapes, and my $20 bet lives on at this tournament. And I do not feel good about them. And all right, let's finish these last two of the round of 16. Netherlands versus Romania. Romania, to their credit, came out flying. They were like little terriers running around the pitch, pressing everything, and it actually put the Dutch under a lot of pressure early on. But the orange fuckers, they stayed calm under pressure. They weathered the storm, and then they did what they've been doing all tournament. Just rely on Cody Gakpo to do something brilliant. The Liverpool youngster has been on fire at this tournament, and it's crazy because this is what he did at the World Cup too. He's like okay for Liverpool, but when he dons that orange shirt, he just puts it to another level. And Romania, they try to fight back, but same old story as all the other teams. No quality in front net. And the 83rd minute, Cody Gakpo's at it again. A little bit of dancing, a little bit of skirting the touchline, twinkle toes, cuts it back to Malen. It's 2-0, and they're on to the next round. I mean, Malen scored a third one in like the 96th minute, but that was just a breakaway. And hats off to Romania. You guys have been entertaining the entire tournament, but see you later. And then let's round it off with a game that no one really gave a shit about, but turned out to be the best game of this round. I'm talking about Austria versus delicious Turkey. Who knew Turkey would be the most entertaining team to watch at the Euros? Anyone? Anyone? Put your hand up if you thought. There was like 3 near goals in the first 2 minutes. And actually, there was a goal early on. Turkey find the opener through a goalmouth scramble. And from that point on, it was just chaos. Now, this was a bit shocking because Austria have just played fantastic this whole tournament. Them and the Swiss have been the 2 dark horses so far. And once again, in this match, they were the better team. And it was unbelievable. They had so many chances when they were in on net, 1-on-1 with the keeper, and they just could not convert. And when your chances go begging, you open the door for the other team, and Arda Güler, the Real Madrid wonderkin, who's been having a pretty nifty tournament so far. He takes a corner, gets an assist. Turkey are up 2-0, and Austria are on the ropes. But finally, they pull one back, and then it's squeaky bun time for Turkey. The rest of the way, they're just defending for their lives. And they hold out until the 94th minute, when a chance ball finds its way into the box and lands in front of an unmarked Baumgartner at the back post. He drives it low. The keeper's going the wrong way. This has to be a goal. But Mert Gunok makes the save of the fucking Euros. It's one of the greatest saves I've ever seen. Showcasing the agility of Spider-Man, he somehow contorts his body, pushes off, going the opposite direction, and finds enough momentum to reach out and swipe up like it's a story for an IG baddie, and somehow puts the ball over the bar. Put this shit in the Louvre. And that was pretty much the last kick of the game. Turkey go through past Austria. And most of us thought Austria was the Cinderella story of this tournament. No. In fact, the glass slipper actually fits on the toes of Turkey. And that was the round of 16. That was the only upset really in the round of 16, which is weird. I mean, we got a couple of almost upsets. England almost went out. France almost went out. Portugal almost went out. But that's all right, because if we look up and down the bracket right now, shit's about to get real. Oh yeah, it's Kong versus Godzilla all the way down the marquee. And we open off with Spain versus Germany. What? This early on Friday? Honestly, kind of sad because they've been the 2 best teams of this tournament. Whoever wins this one, they're probably going to win the whole thing. This is it. This is pretty much the final of Euro 2024. And here's another hot take. I think Germany takes it. And on home soil, with their sexy sax man powering them up, buffing them like a bard in Baldur's Gate 3. I think it's going to happen. I think Germany is going to take down the best team in this tournament. Call them a shot. Moving on. France versus Portugal. Both of these teams got ugly wins in the last round. They haven't been playing their best going into this. And I'm not super confident calling this one. And my brain tells me that most likely France is going to find a way. They're the better team. Defensively, they've been spectacular this whole tournament. But my wallet has $20 on Portugal to win the whole thing. So I'm rooting for them. Really, what I think this game is going to come down to is just either a special moment from a special player doing something, or more likely, it's going to be an own goal. Remember, generational tournament for own goal. Own goal has been the top scorer for France so far. If you have own goal in your fantasy team, killing it. But yeah, I think this game is going to come down to an unlucky bounce. England versus Switzerland. England should lose here. And the Swiss have been phenomenal. They got a sneaky good roster. They play like they've been a team for more than 5 minutes. And they should smash England 3-1. That's what should happen. But the funnier thing that would happen is that England, somehow through some Harry Potter sorcery, go ahead and get past the Swiss. Because I need England fans to be more invested in this tournament. Y'all not giving me enough for my hate watch. I need that. I need that for my soul. So please, England, just one more time, Jude Bellingham, Harry Kane, Manu, someone bail them out so we can get England fans' hopes a little bit higher
before they're crushed.
What can I say? I'm a petty man, and I enjoy the finer things in life. Then there's the Dutch versus Turkey, and I'm rooting for Turkey, but I think this is probably where the clock strikes midnight on the run. Cody Gakpo in the orange, 2 OP, bro. But either way, I'm excited for all of these matchups in the round of 8. And that's crazy, man. We're in the final 8. The Euros have just flown by. And yes, I said in the preview video I was going to be here every week, and I tried. I put out the video the first week with this new format, got copyright strike, first copyright strike ever on the channel, so that wasn't cool. Tried to get a second video done, recapping the group stages. Fortunately, technical difficulties didn't allow me to get it out on time, but it's done and finished. If you guys really want to watch that, if this video gets 10,000 likes, I'll throw it out there. It'll probably do shit views, but I know some people want to watch it. So if you want to see that, or if you like this video, go ahead, take your hard right nipple, smoosh into the like button right now. Helps me fittingly in this godforsaken algorithm. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Lewis for helping me edit this video. Thank you to all my patrons, keeping me alive and well. And a special thank you to my newest patron, Matai. You're a real one, bro. Thank you for joining the GOAT tier. Also, Elm and John Oliver, don't think I forgot about y'all goats. But yeah, enjoy the final 8. And until next time, boys, stay thick.